What up, what up, what up, what up, Gym fam? How you guys doing? And welcome to the first ever, I think, in-person Coaches Corner. Coach Cath, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
This is nice, eh? This is nice. This is nice. For those of you who don't know, Coach Cath, PE coach extraordinaire.
Well,
We did a whole little 5K walk with a couple of Jeffers here in PE yesterday, and they were like, why don't you do this one in person? And we were like, why don't we? So here we are.
So we didn't get the coffee shop, but we got the couch.
We got the couch. We got the nice and comfy.
Yes.
We got the logo up in the biz. This is nice. So if you guys
And
are
I
here,
can touch him.
don't get too close, man. You'll get mad. So if you guys are here, swipe in. Let us know you're here. I need my phone to check the comments. 1 second. Right.
So excited to meet everyone.
This is gonna be awesome. Let's see who's in the building. I forgot to prep this part. My bad.
So I came here and the distraction.
We got to talking and it was so much fun. We almost lost track. We were almost late for this, no lie.
Yeah. We look
So,
full calm and collected now, but
it was a bit of a panic when we realized, like, oh, we've been chatting for way too long. What time is it even? Okay. Hi, Karen. We have Karen in the building. Vilma? I butcher names on the show, just so you guys know. I do apologize in advance. But Wilma is in the building. Haley, what's up? Hope you're doing well. We have Margaret. Hello, Pat Governor in the building as usual. Hello, guys. Hope you guys are having a phenomenal Wednesday. We just had the public holiday, which is pretty awesome. So I hope you guys stuck to the plan. You're 5.5 days on just because it's a public holiday. Does not mean you get time off.
I hope you don't feel like it was a Sunday like I did yesterday.
Today feels like Monday.
I know.
Today legitimately feels like a Monday. It's crazy. So, Cath, tell us about yourself. Like, who is Cath?
Sure, that's always a tricky question. Okay. So I'm from PE, as Edgar mentioned. I also studied with him. We studied together. We both did our biogenetics and we did our honors together and our masters. I mean, we've come a long way.
Like from day one, basically.
We went through ups and downs together in terms of studies, and I'm so glad that's all done and dusted. So in PE, my whole life, I came here. What else you said? You talk about school? No one needs to know that. I'm very active. I played sport all through school. I think like that was the thing that kept me going.
Mm-hmm.
Hockey is the main thing in my life, but I must say triathlon has started to take over. So hockey stick's been on retirement for a couple of years, and COVID hasn't really helped. But yeah, triathlon is definitely trying to make an influence on trying to try. But yeah, it sucks with COVID, obviously not having much of options of races, but we're getting there slowly but surely.
Okay. Well, tell me, what made you go into triathlon exactly?
Sure. So being in PE, if you don't know, PE is like the Ironman capital of South Africa. Yeah. Every year there's always a full Ironman. East London's not too far. You got to a half there. I used to always work at the events. I mean, with our studies, we had to volunteer at all the Ironman events. So it was like, this is great. So I was in my element all the time.
I didn't enjoy those, to be honest.
Yeah, not everyone. I was just an athlete, another one. So I loved it. So I was all excited on your behalf then too, I guess.
Cool, fair enough.
Fair enough. Yeah. And then always wanted to do a full. Haven't done it yet, but we'll get there. But my brother did a few Ironman events, and then ever since he started, I was like, okay, I have to get into gear now, and it's my turn. So started it, did a few halves, and love it. Wish I could do more, but we'll get there.
Okay. Tell me, older brother, younger brother?
Older, much older.
Now, do you guys normally compete like that? Like he does something and you try your knack at it, or?
Not really. Just like, when you see it and you want to do it and then a family member has it, you're like, oh, I also want to take part. So like he's really good. He's like on another level to me.
Okay.
But we're not competitive, we're more supportive. So he's like 18 years older than me, so quite a difference.
Okay.
But so more like a father figure type brother, if that makes sense. But we still have our competition,
Okay.
Yeah. We get there.
Okay. And what in recent memory, what's the proudest thing you've accomplished in like triathlon?
Sure. Okay, so 2019, I went to France, went to Nice to compete in the half Ironman World Champs. Yeah, went overseas, traveling. But so I had to qualify in East London in January 2019. So I came 11th in my age cat, so I'll claim
Nice,
that.
nice.
Yeah, pretty impressive for me, I must say. And then qualified, went to World Champs in France, loved it. Got engaged in Florence while there, did the whole trip. Got married 2 weekends ago, so yeah, lots been happening in my life.
On that note, how does it feel transitioning from being a girlfriend to a wife? Because it's something I'm never going to do, so I can't quite relate.
Yeah.
So like, what's it been like? How has it affected your sort of health and fitness and all that jazz?
So it's actually so nice to say that you're married now, but I must say, in a way, like there is a change with the title, but also like we almost seem like we're just carrying on from where we left off. So it's not like huge adjustments. I must say that my husband is now the one who's making coffee and slaving away. So clearly I've done something right. It's been very busy, so I'm trying to like balance it all. But you know, he loves to cook, so that's great. It's so nice having the balance, and we share dinner, so it definitely helps. But yeah, I love married life. It's great. I'm still on such a high after the wedding, but yeah, it's time to focus again.
And how have you felt? Like you're quite new to Jeff, started your whole Jeff journey. What was it? Just over a month ago?
Yeah.
As a new coach. So how are you finding the transition as a new person, fresh eyes coming in? How are you finding it so far?
Yeah. So I started at the beginning of March. So it's so exciting actually to be here, and I've got amazing clients, and I've worked with such an awesome team. I mean, I can't get over how amazing Jeff is. The whole community, everybody all work well together. And I think that's like what a lot of places lack, which is so great to actually be part of such a awesome vibe, and clients are great. So yeah, it's nice to work at home. Definitely not as a lot of people think working at home is quite glamorous, but I must say it gets quite hectic. I mean, I'm not sitting around watching TV all day, so it is busy. It's keeping me busy, but I love it. So it's the good kind of busy. So the days definitely fly a lot quicker than usual. But yeah, I love it.
Like on that tangent, I was having a chat with a friend of mine yesterday.
Yeah.
And you say, dude, it must be so nice working from home, and you must have all the time to get your meals in. I said, I'm like, dude, like I'm parked at my desk all day.
Yes.
Like working from home. The only reason it's nice is because no one can see me be weird. Otherwise, it's just as crappy as working from an office.
Exactly. That's the thing. I agree. Like sitting at home, you don't have to drive anywhere, so that definitely saves some time.
That's a plus, yeah. I'll give you that much.
But I must say, if you haven't prepped your meals, it makes it really difficult.
Like it's still a step. I think my exact words to him were, the only advantage I have is I can do my job without my pants on.
Well, that's great. Yeah, exactly. If you want to wear your pajamas in the morning, it's fine. No one needs to see you. Unless you have a meeting.
That is that one plus. But other than that, I find at home is stop being home. Home is now work and home, which I'm finding weird.
You never really switch off. You're kind of like, oh, what's next? Or
exactly.
what can I do now?
Exactly.
So it has its pros, it has its cons, but I'm sure most people did work from home and actually understand that balance. But yeah, it's definitely, it's nice in one way, but also it's like, whoa, yeah,
it's different.
Where's the outdoors?
So no, you never leave the house.
So this is great.
So tell me, like as because you did the whole in-person fitness thing for a long time beforehand.
Yes.
How are you finding the switch to doing it mostly online?
So I must say, like, it helps when you really chat to your clients and you make a really nice relationship in that sense, where you actually have to really understand each other, and that's so important. It is different, obviously, not working in person, because I am a very much a people's person, so I like the interaction. Yeah. So it's nice to have that, but also I actually enjoy that we are able to communicate, and it's great to be able to. A lot of people struggle to communicate over like WhatsApp or messages, so it's nice to be able to open that spectrum a bit more and make sure that we can actually chat and have meaningful conversations, and it's not just like you're forming that connection, if that makes sense. But definitely miss seeing people in person, but that's why it's always good to get out and about and have these kind of events and chats.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a good transition so far. I'm actually really enjoying it, and I love being part of Jeff.
I find the in-person events Jeff hosts every now and again, like the one we did yesterday, because Stefan Berger was here yesterday. I'm just saying, just name dropping, just saying.
He's on that.
So now, yeah, we had a local Jeff Liberty in the meeting. It was awesome. So I will admit, like, that was actually the first time I've met Stefan in person. Yeah. So I was like, it's actually pretty cool to every now and again do have that little in-person touch, is what I love about what we do. Like it's online because online is just the nature of where the fitness industry is going as a whole. but we still do keep like, listen, we have an event, come over, we'll see everyone in person, we'll interact, we'll chat, we'll form that connection. And I just taste like we're doing things very different to how everyone else in the industry is doing right now, which is pretty legit.
It's like a long distance relationship. You got to make sure you get the connection
now and again.
And you get each other. So like there we go. So you make that connection first.
I actually like that. Long distance relationship. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah. So hopefully we get to meet all our clients, that those who haven't met yet, especially. But
I've done a thing now because I'm heading off to Joburg in August.
Cool.
Because I have powerlifting nationals then. So I'm already organizing with all my Joburg-based clients that when I'm that side, we'll do a whole thing. I'll meet everyone, we'll do a thing. And then I'm just saying, if you're in Joburg and you want to see me, let me know. We can make it happen. And then I'm planning trips to Cape Town and Durban for various different reasons spread later in the year too. So I'm like, every time I'm in New City, I'll let everybody know. We can do a whole thing. You'll be lovely. It'll be amazing.
That's so clever. See, that's awesome. I think it's important to like get to know or get to meet your people in person.
I mean, you form strong relationships with your clients, and you spend like virtually every day talking, and you hear about their problems, stucks, and issues. They hear about yours in return. So it's like it's nice to have every now and again just meet.
Yeah, and actually get to know each other on that kind of level as well. Awesome, that's so exciting. Well, at least you met one of your clients yesterday.
I met one down, multiple to go.
Yes, we're on the road to meeting everyone.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. So tell me, like, how are you finding being a career woman, being busy, now being married? Are you able to balance the whole getting your own exercise, getting your own health and fitness in order? Are you managing them?
So it's so important. I mean, being a coach, we always say to our clients, like, okay, you got to exercise, you got to eat right, and often like we also know the struggles and trying to balance it all. But I must say, like, I still try and get it in. If I have to wake up at 5 in the morning, like I am a morning person, but lately I have not become a morning person. I'm struggling with that for some reason, and it just shows we all have our struggles. We all like lose motivation or lack motivation, but we don't always need to be motivated. We just need to be disciplined. So I always got to make sure I get my workouts in. Like for me, I love running. So if I can go out and go for a nice run, whether it be a quick little 30-minute run, that's all I need to do. So just getting out, getting this like fresh air, but staying disciplined. So it's whatever you can do, just looking after my body. So I do balance it, and sometimes it's more of a struggle on certain days than other days. But it's so important to find that balance, because as soon as one thing tips the wrong way, then everything's out. So
do you still stay around Newton Park?
Not anymore.
I'm telling you no lie, because I get my training sessions done at 5 a.m. because it's typically, if I don't do them then, they're not happening. Like the day is just crazy.
Yeah.
So like I can't tell you how many times I would drive past, because my gym is right there. I would drive past you almost every day on your run.
Yeah. I love to. My mom lives there, so when I was still there, I used to run around that area. And that's also in summer, it's so great with the weather. Like the sun is still up at like 4 in the morning. Yeah. But no, I'm on the warmer side now. So if any of you are in PE and you are running around the warmer area, let me know. I'm always looking for a running buddy.
Yeah, we could do the whole thing. We could do a Jeff running group.
How cool.
We could do a Jeff running group. I like that idea.
Paces or speeds, it doesn't matter.
I like that idea.
Yeah, if you're a walker or a runner.
Yeah, we should make. I can create some custom guided walks for it. We can make it happen.
Yeah, I think it'll be quite fun.
That'll be sick. That'll be sick.
Let us know. If you are in PE or Quebec, we are here for you.
I to be honest, I can't pronounce it. I really can't pronounce it. I don't get the tongue for it. I'm the wrong kind of African. I'm like.
Yeah, well, we tried. It's okay.
We tried. But okay. And tell me, like, what's on the horizon for you? Are you trying to like break any, like you did 11th at the last triathlon you had? You're trying to do anything more than that?
So I would love to get back into triathlon again. Now that like the races are coming back, it's getting a lot easier. So more options, but I also just need to get myself into gear again. So in November I had COVID, and then since then it's not an excuse, but I feel like I'm struggling to get back to my fitness. So I actually just need to kind of like push myself a bit more and get there. So definitely I want to do triathlon. But actually for now I think I just want to like focus a lot more on the running, because the races are coming back a bit more, but triathlon is always a bit more pricey, a bit more difficult to get into. So that's in the horizon. The pool is definitely on the cards, but you know, it was either get married or do a triathlon. So right now, marriage was the first thing because the weddings aren't cheap and neither is triathlon. But hopefully, maybe next year I'll be able to do a full, and that's the goal, to get a full Ironman under the belt. And yeah, so yeah, do that. So I'm running, and also I'm trying to improve some strength. So I think I need to join Edgar on some of his squat sessions. But maybe wait for now.
That'll be fun.
We used to do that back in the day.
Yeah, we actually used to train together every now and again back in the
I
day.
would join him with his friend and be like, yeah.
Well, you would join me. I would never join you.
Yeah, no.
You're not getting me on. You're not getting me running on the road. Forget that.
I'll be the third wheel joining the session and be like, hey, what are we doing today, guys?
Like I was a guy at the 5K walk with you yesterday. I was the guy moaning. 2Ks in, like, are we done yet?
How far are you?
And they were like, don't you give the guy the walks while you're tired? I'm like, listen, do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah. That's the thing. On the guy walks, they still don't see you. They just hear your voice.
Because like on the guy walks, like, I normally do the route around here.
Oh, cool.
So I switch it up. So I'm either around the block, or I go around the park, or I go up Shoemaker or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I'm always like it's a struggle having to like record it and talk.
Yeah.
While I'm outside already. I might as well try and push myself. But then so I'm trying not to be too out of breathy while I'm doing this.
And it's actually quite difficult to still keep your breathing rate low and not sound like you're half dying in the walk.
Because I'm like, no man, I'm a coach. I should not be dying right now. Let me try and have an air of professionalism about me. Meanwhile, I'm like, dude, like my job has me sitting all day. I'm not that kind of fit anymore.
Exactly. Also just shows that we're not good at everything. Like some days we are great, and other days we also.
This is specific.
Yes,
this is very specific. But anyway, as a coach, like, what's your favorite part of being a coach? Exactly.
Sure. So the journey, hey, like just hearing about everyone's like progress and hearing how they have just improved and how they're seeing the changes in themselves. Like it's absolutely amazing. Like you always you see it on the outside. So like before I started with Jeff, you see the transformations and you hear the excitement, but until you are actually either on the one-on-one program or you are coaching someone, you don't actually understand or realize the impact it has. Like it's awesome to see how people are just like seeing the differences, and it's not a fad diet, it's not something you do like overnight and then you think, oh, I'm gonna lose 10 kgs in 1 week. It's literally a lifestyle, and I think that's so important to for people taking over and controlling their own health and their own fitness. So I love that. I love seeing people thrive and being happy and positive. That's one of my strengths, positivity.
Love that. Actually, on that note, like I think I'm gonna misremember slightly. She was either my third client at Jeff ever or my fourth client at Jeff ever.
Oh yeah.
And she went it was a good 4 or 5 months with me. And what I loved was she sent me a message like a week ago saying she's still doing great, she's loving things. And what stuck with me was the part where she was like, listen, you taught me how to eat.
That's
like I now know exactly what's protein, what's carbs, what's fat, what portions I should have them in. If I do cheat, how far can I go without derailing myself?
Exactly.
And I was like, that's amazing.
Yeah, and that is amazing. That's the thing. It's your lifestyle. It's not something you can just do quickly and get over it. It should be the way you eat. It should be about balancing your life. Like as we talk about balance, and if you aren't balancing the way you eat, something's gonna tip over the scale.
Yeah, it has to become a lifestyle. If it's not a lifestyle, then you can't sustain it.
Yeah, exactly. And it is. It's the same for us. We also, just because we coach doesn't mean we also have to follow the rules and stick to the balance. And like we also have our great days and our terrible days. But that's what makes us learn and grow from it. And I think that's the best part of like educating your clients, and they also educate you sometimes in terms of like dealing with things.
It reminds you like right now I'm super motivated.
Okay.
And that's because I'm working with a group of ladies right now. We're from Mozambique.
Oh yeah.
And now like things are a little bit, there's a little bit of like
there's some
I don't know what the most PC, a little bit of drama going on, a little bit of like domestic issues, a little domestic terrorism type vibe going on.
Crazy.
And a couple of them have had to like pack up and just leave. Like leave their home, like try and like flee for safety type vibes. A couple of them have moved down here to South Africa for a while, just to lay low. And what kills me is the majority of them, like I had one lady, she got her workout in, then packed her house, then flew out the country. The second she landed and was settled, she did her workout.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
And I was like,
Wow.
if someone who's like having to like flee their country, flee their home for safety reasons,
Yeah.
if she's eating the best way she can and still getting her exercise in,
And doing it.
I'm in my own place right now, comfy
Yes,
and safe. I have zero excuses.
And that's one thing, eh? Someone's always got it worse than you do.
Someone always has worse.
And like we all have the excuses, we all like want to say like, oh, I'm too tired today. But like you hear those kind of stories and you're like, sure, I need to up my game.
Like this. I haven't like because she I knew what was going on, but they explained the story to me properly and the full scope of it. I haven't missed a single proper meal. Oh, I've missed one. I haven't, but besides that one, I haven't missed a meal properly since then. Because I'm like, they have it 100 times worse than I do right now. And if they can do it, I can too.
Exactly. Yeah, you gotta pack your bags or run away or.
Oh man, like my fridge is 10 years that way.
Yeah, that's like pretty motivating, but scary at the same time.
Yeah, shame, man. I'm hard to start them, but they're doing well. They're coping for the most part. So yeah, bright days. Anyway, we're on another tangent.
Yes, but just think, we all have our good days and bad days, and we just make the most of it.
Oh,
yes.
But back to you.
Back to
you. So in the last dying minutes, if you guys have any questions for Coach Cath, please pop them in the comments. I am busy scrolling through now, but I like doing a little bit of like a what I call a lightning round. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask you a bunch of random questions, and you can just pop on the answers.
Yeah.
So favorite movie.
Oh, okay. So I loved How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. And Moulin Rouge was also a top favorite. I'm weird like that. Childhood movies, and I just can't get over it.
I can get that.
Yeah.
I can get that. Okay. Favorite food.
Okay, I love sushi. It's delicious. I love it. But my husband does not like seafood, so it's not an often occurrence. So normally it's like, hey mom, let's go for lunch. Yeah.
Favorite destination to go that you have not already been to?
Oh, that is so tricky because I just want to travel everywhere. So I'm just to quickly go. I've been to a lot of places in Europe. So my older brother I was talking about earlier, he lives in Switzerland. I have my dad who lives in America with my younger brother. I have a sister in America. So I've been to America and I've been to Europe. So at the moment, I would love to go to more like Asia side. So I'd love to go to like Thailand or even go to like New Zealand, Australia. So those places, but that's like also really far. Like New Zealand and Australia, very far. So that's like some other time.
Actually, I got a couple of clients in Australia right now.
And
it's so weird. Like I technically break the rules, but they're safe. So like I message them as soon as I wake up, like at 4:30. I try to when I remember.
Yes.
My brain's not working.
Yeah.
But just because like by the time my work day starts, their day is ending. I'm like, it's such a weird disconnect.
And like, did you have that for breakfast yesterday? Baby.
There's been a couple of times where I'm so confused. What's happening here?
Yeah.
Okay. My niece says, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days is a classic. You killed our love, Fern. Who's Fern?
Yes, I love Fern. I love it.
I don't know.
Every time we get a phone, that's the saying I have.
I'm so lost. I haven't watched that movie since I was a kid, and I didn't like it back then. So
there's a lot of small movies that I love, but that's just the one that always stands out on top. Yeah.
Okay, so what is your greatest accomplishment?
That's so tricky. So, as I said, I don't like talking about myself. So I'm not someone who likes to brag or boast or anything like that. So I think there'll be a few. So one of them would be completing my master's. I think that was a great achievement because it was hectic and lots of time. And also that was like Fees was full just started when we were doing our masters. So that kind of threw everything off. So that was a great accomplishment. And then also obviously qualifying for World Champs for Nice. So that was great. But yeah, there's been a lot of accomplishments going forward, small and big, but I think those are the two recent ones. And it's not very laughing, but we're getting there.
What's the your favorite thing on your to-do list for the next 5 years?
Oh goodness, my to-do list never ends. It's always like something else that I'm adding, and I just add more than taking off. So to-do list, definitely wanting to buy a house. So Jace, Jason is my husband, so that's the name drop. So that's definitely on the cards. Hopefully next year we can get into a bigger place, more space, and yeah. So that's like something recent, and I also love to start a family. You wait to have kids.
Look at you, I can't.
Yeah. I'll say this now, but it's easy to give them back when it's not yours.
I had my niece and nephew over yesterday.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, I freaking love them.
Yes.
I played with my niece all day. It was awesome. It was fun. Like, I loved it. And it was like, oh, what is so nice about you having nieces and nephews is you get the whole, I'm helping raise you. We are having so much fun. Now you're being annoying. Go back to your mother.
Yeah, give them that. And you're still going to be guys sleep, and you still do what you want to do. You have to share your food.
I do, like literally, so y'all. So yeah.
So not on the to-do list just yet.
It's on there, but I'm procrastinating.
Maybe near the end of the 5 year.
Maybe, yeah. We'll see. Okay. And in our closing statements, what would you like to tell the Jeffers here watching at home?
Well, so I always say this to my clients: control the controllables. Life happens, it gives curveballs, and there's certain things we just can't control. So take one step at a time, take each day as it comes, control what you can control, and obviously don't stress yourself out about little things, because those little things become big things, and then we just become a huge stress ball. So control those controllables, and yeah, enjoy the Jeff journey. And it's so lovely getting to chat a bit more about myself. And yeah, hopefully now you all get to know who I am and know who Coach Cath is. Yeah.
So if you guys are interested in Coach Cath, please drop a comment down below. Coach Cath's going to be surfing through the comments after this is done. Thank you to everyone for watching. This has been amazing. And we will see you guys in the next one. Yay. Have an awesome Wednesday.
Thanks, guys.